News 10 presents Dialogue, a weekly public affairs program exploring community concerns and spotlighting regional activities.
Good Sunday morning to you, everybody. Welcome to the first dialogue of 2026. And I think it's the perfect way to kick off the new year by asking you to have heart. I think my guest would like that. I'm talking with Ann Johnson. We know her as AJ Johnson. She is the president, CEO of the Heart Organization. Also, Bishop J. Nathan Page, who is the director of the MLK Choir. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
We are here again. Yes. Already. And I know you like for us to have heart, yes. Not only in January, not only when you distribute those shoes, but throughout the year, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And talk about Heart, the organization, okay. and what you've been working on 46 years. You're preparing for your breakfast.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Carla, for having us again, and we really appreciate what you do in the community. But Heart is an acronym for Hands Extended Across, Reaching Together. We started in 1980 at Procter & Gamble, a small group of people, starting in 1980, and here we are 46 years later, still hands extended across, reaching together. We've done the MLK breakfast for 46 years, but since those 46 years, we've picked up several other initiatives that the community has helped us continue to build on.
Namely, the shoe distribution. I remember when you first started,
yes.
And you had, and we're talking new shoes. Right. These are new shoes. You were able to partner, I believe it was some company in Atlanta.
It was Nike.
Okay, Nike.
Yes.
And we've got video of the most recent shoe distribution, but how many students, how many schools?
We just hit a major milestone this past December. 8,000 children have received a quality pair of shoes since 2009.
8,000?
8,000, over 8,000, because when the tornadoes came in 2017, we gave out shoes then, and we didn't count those towards our shoes from the heart.
And talk about the difference this makes in the lives of those young people.
Carla, it warms our heart, number one. Number two, to see the children's eye, it makes us continue to work harder.
Look at those smiles.
You cannot not do it again. Each year we say, oh, it's just getting harder and harder because of the economy and that kind of thing. But when we see those children's eyes, we just say, we got to go back. Our goal was 500 this past ye'ear. We've got 400. Our goal for 2026, we're going for 600 pair.
Okay.
Because I get all kind of calls after you get a chance to see who got shoes and who didn't get shoes. Schools keep asking, when are you going to come to our school? So we're coming to another school, hopefully in 2026.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, the 46th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. breakfast, that is coming up on January the 19th, promptly, she says, at 7:30 a.m. Now, one of the highlights for the breakfast all of these years has been the music, and of course you have been responsible for that. Let's talk about this year's music. How many voices do you have? Who can be a part of the choir?
Yes, listen, we are so excited about the choir this year for 2026. We are pushing for 100 voices. That's right. We're going to fill the choir stand. We're going to set the atmosphere on that Monday morning. And listen, we're just excited. We've invited the area high schools here. All of the choir directors have given a yes, as well as Albany State. They have given us a yes. And church choirs, we're inviting every church choir, those who sing in the choir. We even inviting ushers. So
whoever is willing to make a joyful noise,
absolutely,
right? Make a joyful noise.
Absolutely, whoever is willing. So we will have practice on Monday the 12th and Thursday the 15th at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And so we're excited about that.
Where is the rehearsal?
The rehearsal will be at Victorious Life Church, 201 North Carroll Street, right here in Albany, Georgia.
Okay.
So we'll be there on Monday and Thursday at 7 o'clock, as Ann says, sharp.
There you go. She's all about being
we don't have a long
on
rehearsal,
time.
so we'll be there, and we're excited about inviting everyone to come be a part of that.
Well, now, talk about the format. So is the program first, and then you go into this wonderful breakfast?
Absolutely. Because of the response from the community, we have to move it to a program first and then into the fellowship hall for the actual breakfast. So the program actually starts at 7:30, and we typically are out into the eating part maybe around 9 o'clock. And some people are able to eat and take their meals with them. So if you
Awesome.
have to go to work, you still can come and get part of the program and then get your to-go meal to go. But otherwise, we want you to sit, fellowship to a full course meal.
Now, the program this year will be hosted by the new CEO of the Southwest Georgia, the United Way of Southwest Georgia. Talk about him, and we're going to have a more in-depth conversation a little bit later on.
Right. The one thing that we always try to do each year with the breakfast is to reach across lines, if you will, and try to embrace other organizations to collaborate with us. And so because of the vision of the United Way matches so well with the heart vision, we were asked, let's go and take a look at Orson to see if he would be available. And of course, he said yes.
Wonderful.
And we're excited about some other things we will probably be able to do as well.
Okay, again, the choir rehearsal dates and times.
Yes, on Monday at 7 o'clock, that's the 12th, and on the 15th, Thursday at 7 o'clock as well. So we're inviting everyone to come out and be a part of that.
And you provide the music? I
Yeah,
mean, how many selections?
Yeah, we usually prepare for 4 selections.
Wow.
4 selections, and this year we're looking, I talked to my team this morning, and we're looking at maybe doing a tribute to Richard Smallwood. We know that he passed this morning, and he is so incredible with his writing, and everybody know him for Total Praise.
And this is the deal. You may not know the name
Right.
Richard Smallwood, but you know his music.
His music, absolutely.
I've seen it on national TV,
Yeah,
you know, the
absolutely.
performances. So
Absolutely.
that would be absolutely just timely as we pay tribute to a wonderful, spirit-filled musician.
Yeah, he's a giant in the music era. He's a giant.
Well, we need to take a break, and when we come back, we'll give you more information about the 46th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast. Also, again, if you'd like, we need to talk about the Heart Organization, because you mentioned earlier that, you know, it was a small organization then, but she didn't say it's still a small organization now, but the community has become a part of Heart.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Once again, Happy New Year. Welcome to Dialogue as we are stepping into 2026 with Heart. I am still talking with Ann A.J. Johnson, who is the president CEO of the Heart Organization, and Bishop J. Nathan Page, who's the director of the MLK Choir. One of the things we need to make sure that this community understands, when we talk about, you were talking about the United Way and working with other organizations, Procter & Gamble has been such a wonderful, outstanding, spectacular corporate citizen.
Absolutely.
With this event.
With this event. We made the appeal, that group that started back in 1989 made the appeal to the plant manager to support this. And of course, because of who we stand for, diversity, multicultural, and that kind of thing, he said, as long as you continue to do those kinds of things, P&G will continue to support the MLK breakfast and make it available so that everybody can come.
Everybody in this community.
Everybody in this community, from every walk of life is invited to this breakfast because Procter & Gamble has paid for it.
And then you also have Mount Zion.
Mount Zion, we can't say thank you enough because we outgrew Albany State's Oreen Hall to Mount Zion's Fellowship Hall to now to the actual Sanctuary and Fellowship Hall. And we say thank you to them for allowing us to do that.
Well, the program again is 7:30 a.m. It begins at 7:30 a.m. on January 19th. I know we mentioned Mr. Orson Burton Jr. is the host, the MC. Speaker? Do you have a speaker?
Absolutely.
And we know we've got a choir. We're going to talk about that again.
Backed by popular demand is Dr. E. Dewey Smith out of Atlanta.
Oh my God.
He was the keynote speaker in 2023 and he was hoping to come back in 24. Nonetheless, his schedule freed him up to come for 2026 and we are excited for the message that we know he's going to bring because we're making this year the dream in action. So we're making it a call to action.
Well, let me just say,
Yes.
now you've made me hit rewind, going back to my days in Macon, Georgia,
Right.
with his dad at Macedonia Baptist Church, and so I knew him, coming on up, and now he's a phenomenal minister in the Atlanta area.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome. That is awesome. And the wonderful thing, again, no charge for you to attend this breakfast. And when you get there, not only do you hear a dynamic message and that you'll have a wonderful host, but you're going to have some wonderful music.
Absolutely.
Again.
Absolutely. We're going to have some great music for everybody, the young, the old, it matters not. We sing hymns, anthem, gospel songs. So listen, we're just inviting everybody to come out, be a part of the choir. You'll have a good seat in the choir stand, so be a part of the
Good
choir.
view, good view.
Absolutely, good view. And listen, we invite you once again. Our rehearsal is Monday the 12th and Thursday the 15th at 7:00 p.m. at Victorious Life Church.
Now, do they have to, what do they wear? I mean, are there T-shirts or choir robes? Or?
Wonderful. Listen, we don't pay, but we do have an incentive, and everyone that sings in the choir will receive a free T-shirt, a free T-shirt that we wear every year, and they are phenomenal. So listen, we will give that free T-shirt to everyone that participates, and we're excited. We'll be uniformed together.
And once again, a possible tribute to Richard Smallwood's.
Absolutely.
On the morning or the day that we are recording this, we received word that he passed away, and
Absolutely.
so that would be such a fitting tribute. Those rehearsals will be at Victorious Life, and the address again?
201 North Carroll Street, Albany, Georgia. That's on the east side of Albany.
And before we go, Heart started out years ago in terms of history with around 7?
Yeah, it was actually 9 that started it.
The volunteers and retirees.
Yeah.
And how did it start?
It started with one woman, and she is still alive, 90 years old, and she is still actively fundraising. Mary Thomas, I have to give her
A shout out.
Yeah, I have
Okay,
to.
okay.
Because they started it with a vision and helping to see how we can make our community a better place to live and work. And so they started off, like I said, with DFACS, and then of course in 1989, that's when Procter & Gamble came on board. And from there, it's just the community has embraced it. Southwest Georgia has embraced it, and now we're looking for North Georgia to come support their pastor.
Okay.
E. Dewey Smith. Yes.
Oh, wow. Can you imagine? Okay, let's make a joyful noise.
Absolutely.
You can hear it in the rafters.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we're going to let you go, and you stay, and we're going to talk with the host, Orson Burton Jr. My first opportunity to talk with the CEO and president of the United Way of Southwest Georgia. So stay with us, everybody. And we are still celebrating this first Sunday of 2026 in preparation for the annual MLK breakfast that's coming up on January 19th. We've been talking about the music. We've been talking about the speaker. We mentioned the host who is joining us now. I'm still talking with Ann A.J. Johnson, who's president and CEO of the Heart Organization. But now we're joined by Orson Burton Jr., who's president and CEO of the United Way of Southwest Georgia, in that position since August of 2025. Welcome. Good to meet you
Thank
in
you so
person
much for
and talk
having
with
me.
you. And
Thank
this is
you.
your host, and you said it was strategic and intentional.
And intentional. Yeah, the visions of United Way and the Heart Organization, they marry.
Well, United Way has
Yes.
heart.
That's
Yes.
right. We certainly
Especially
do.
now, I mean, when you talk about, your vision,
Sure.
and we're going to talk about that vision and your background, but when you talk about what the organization stands for.
That's right. United Way of Southwest Georgia has been in this community 71 years.
Wow.
It is a pillar in the community that provides resources specifically for nonprofits. So when Mrs. Johnson came and said there was an opportunity for us to come and collaborate with this event, it was a no-brainer. This is a pillar event in our community and has been for over 40 years. And for United Way to be able to join and collaborate with such a powerful and needed endeavor is critical for us.
Well, talking about needed, I
Sure.
mean, that is what your work, your daily work.
Sure it is.
How many counties do you
So
serve?
we're currently serving 13 counties in Southwest Georgia. Out of those 13 counties, we fund 15 nonprofit programs. So the work that we're doing specifically in this region is critical. Nonprofit work in general is volatile, right? With the administration, with the funding and on the federal level, state level, and even on the local level. So being able to be a liaison for nonprofits with resources, it's a privilege to be able to serve this region.
And we're talking all types of nonprofits.
That's right. From domestic violence to homelessness to children's services, we serve all nonprofits that have a focus on children, well-being, health, financial literacy, and even housing.
And you have that annual campaign.
That's right.
You set that goal, and so has it become a little tougher?
So absolutely, fundraising is tough. We haven't seen this climate in fundraising in several years, but I'm very hopeful because our community will not let this die. We're excited about being able to raise funds financially, not just for United Way, and that's specifically why I said yes to this opportunity. It's not about United Way, it's about being a collaborative agent in our region to bring resources to nonprofits that need it most.
Okay, if you will, for Southwest Georgians who are not familiar with Mr. Orson Burton Jr.,
Sure.
He's a lifelong Albany resident.
That's right.
Whose roots in this community run deep. He earned his Bachelor of Political Science from Morehouse, furthered his leadership studies at the University of Cape Town, and throughout your career, you've demonstrated strategic vision, fiscal stewardship, and a commitment to equitable community development. Anything, I know you've been in leadership programs.
That's right.
I'm bragging on you a little bit.
It's
So
okay. It's
you
okay.
go ahead and brag some too.
So just really grateful, and this feels like a privilege to be able to stand with you all as pillars in our community for decades. There is an agency that I have for Southwest Georgia to make certain that we're not just reflecting on the past, but we're building a future for all of our children and grandchildren to be able to enjoy. And that's why I think this event is so important, right? When we think about reflecting on the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who's also a Morehouse man.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Being able to see and reflect what he spoke of, it wasn't just current. His message was for the future.
Legacy.
It was a legacy message.
Legacy.
He was able to see and peer into the future and know that the content of our character means more than the color of our skin, and how we need to have equity and we need to have the ability to have what he called and coined the beloved community.
Absolutely.
And there was a fierce urgency that Dr. King talked about that I think we're right in 2026. There's a fierce urgency of now that we get to serve people and serve them well.
Well, hold on. I don't see minister in your bio. Preacher.
That's another part of it. But
Is he?
He is.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
No.
I didn't know.
Yes,
I thought it
yes.
was just that Morehouse, spirit.
I like to say Albany State raised me, but Morehouse made me a man. And I'm really excited about being a part of this event and this opportunity to serve our region.
Okay, Reverend Burton. We hear you. We hear you. So again, let's go over the program. It begins with the program.
Right.
And again, your speaker.
Yes, it starts with the magnificent MLK Choir.
Okay,
It
of
sets
course.
the atmosphere for it. And then we have our city officials are there. We have every walk of life is there.
I was about to say,
Yes.
now, even though this organization is primarily made up of retirees, you have active P&G
Active-
employees as a part of it.
Active P&G employees that always come. We always have all of the fraternities, sororities. We have everybody, schools, superintendents. We have presidents of colleges. Everybody is at that breakfast. So you need to come. Everybody's invited.
It doesn't cost you a thing,
It doesn't
but a
cost-
little time.
Time. And it's a learning opportunity, and it also gives us, I said, the oomph to keep going for the rest of the year.
That's right.
It gives you the fire to get started, and because everybody can serve. That's one of my quotes. That's my favorite of Dr. King. Everybody can be great because everybody can
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 serve.
serve. That's
And
right.
again,
Yes.
this helps you. I mean, I don't know if you pass the plate or not, but this also gives people an opportunity that if you would like to support the Shoes from the Heart
Absolutely.
campaign, you have that opportunity. I do have your phone number too, by the way, 229-886-8682, or you can drop them an email at www.heartcares2.com. It's on the screen there. That is for the Heart organization. So when do you start, I guess, getting the shoes together and identifying the schools that you will be, making those presentations to?
I'm glad you asked that. We start our Dollars of Hope campaign in July, and it typically runs from July to October. And we do that. You can give monies throughout the year, but that's when we take a look at how much funds we need to raise in order to meet our December goal. And so we make that appeal for the community. And of course, every dime that you send, every penny that you send, goes directly toward those shoes. And we have another initiative. We didn't talk about that one.
Let's do.
Our girls mentoring called GLOW, Girls Leading Others Wisely. We started that in 2021 in the school system for 4th and 5th grade girls. Now we're in the community at Driscoll Community Center doing girls mentoring.
Talk more about that mentoring program.
That mentoring program right now, like I said, is for the community, for that park area. And what we have is for girls ages, we started from 9 to 16 that we serve. And so right now we can only do about 25 based on our capacity. But we have some skilled people that are retired,
And
that
volunteering.
got volunteering, that's doing a great work in the community. And we're just looking for other people to join hands with us so we can spread it to the other community centers as well here in Albany.
Okay, so if people want to make donations to that, they can do it, you know.
At the breakfast, we do that. We make an appeal, and we want you to be able to see where your monies are going.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
with
right.
the shoes and the girls mentoring.
Okay, again, the program starts at 7:30, promptly at 7:30. Of course, the music, and then the host here, your MC, and then we have the speaker, E. Dewey Smith
Jr.
Jr. That is right. His dad in Macon, Georgia, when I was in college, and I remember E. Dewey coming up, and what a work he is doing.
Absolutely.
And his reach.
His reach and some of the things that he is doing. Like I said, we are strategic and intentional in everything that we try to bring to Albany. It's the things that he is doing on a larger platform that can teach us, so I can ask him the current best approaches in trying to bring some things here to Albany. So we're looking to dialogue outside of the breakfast with him.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
And again, the United Way will be there. You will be the host for the event, but you thought that this was the perfect opportunity for your organization to partner with Heart.
Absolutely. It was a no-brainer for us. I think that oftentimes MLK Day, we see it as a day off, but really it's a day on. And I know that we're really excited about the call to action on that day, where we are looking for volunteers to sign up throughout the year for opportunities to serve their community.
Are there opportunities? I know the financial piece for United Way, but are there other opportunities for volunteer service?
This is a pillar in what we're bringing back in a part of my vision. It's not enough to ask people for financial resources, but we want to give you the opportunity to see and put your hand in hand with the families that we serve day to day. So the call to action for that MLK Day event is around volunteerism and how we can be a part of this beloved community.
And I'd also like to share the United Way website. If you have, I guess once they get to your website, do they tell or specify which county they're in?
No, we cover the entire region, and once you click on the link that says volunteerism, it will open up a portal for you to see your opportunities in your local area.
Or is there a link to say for financial?
Financial, oh, that's there too.
Okay, very
That
good.
is there
It is
too.
www.unitedwayswga.org. Once again, www.unitedwayswga.org. Also for the Heart, the MLK Breakfast, 229-886-8682, or you can head to their website, www.heartcares2.com. A pleasure to meet and talk with you. A pleasure to always reconnect with you. And again, thank you so much for what you do throughout the year, and we'll see you back here next year, if not before.
Thank you
if
so
not
much.
before.
I appreciate
Again,
you.
everybody, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for joining us.